And we're back with part 5.
Part 5.
My favorite part. Again, I really think that the reason why I love this part so much is we go through a whole bunch of crap, everything's just feeling down, and then BAM! Suede's mighty return!
Yeah, and this was still the first day of filming, and this is where I was saying it was getting... Everybody at this point was just exhausted.
You see, we keep saying first day of filming. It was the first day of filming...
For that team.
For that team.
Yeah, sorry. Because we were broken into the two teams here, and in this guy's living room is a very large Lego model of the Death Star, but also apparently he's a very he makes his own beer and wines, so the entire living room was filled with that equipment. I think they said too in the other commentaries that his garage is basically full of alcohol.
Yeah. So. He has, it's very impressive setup. I mean,
oh, yeah.
I love the Lego stuff, but man, just having that much of it, having like kind of his own distillery.
By the by, too, with that line with Phalis, yeah, we were in the basement and we just started cracking up.
They look like big,
strong hands. And it was a combination of fatigue and whatnot. Yeah, me, Bennett, and several others. And I kept... In the basement, too, there's the massage chair. And each, like, for a little bit, everybody was fighting for it because we were all so tired and worn out. And I felt bad because, you know, I wasn't acting or whatnot. And they were like, no, Liz, you can sit on this. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? But that chair felt great. And I almost passed out in it several times. But you couldn't run it while we were filming. So.
When I passed out upstairs. There was another chair around there, like near some of the Lego stuff that I collapsed, and I didn't realize how tired I was, and really it was because that house was so warm compared to how it was outside, and I was more comfortable outside.
Right.
Because I had warmer clothes.
Yeah, you were wearing layers, but practically nobody else was. And that's, you know, I think they deliberately made it a little warmer on purpose, but yeah, Benzai was freezing all day. Well, but that's kind of his own fault, because he didn't bring his coat along, or he didn't bring, you know, like, sweatpants or something. But then again, they couldn't find any at Target, so I don't know.
Yeah, there were a lot of problems here.
And you see the Star Destroyer in the back, that's all Lego.
The rough cut of this had more cartoonish sound effects going on from the TV. The final cut has, I think, Reefer Madness being played.
Yeah, and if you'll notice, the chair this guy is sitting in, the one to the right, actually... Oh my, Lindsay! So many fan fictions are going to come out of that.
Just the tongue.
The tongue, yes, and in the later the
and now the Macarena
that she does.
Completely unfazed.
Yep.
You guys are here for the quest thing, right?
And this is the same basement that Kick-Assia, you know, dug calling up everybody.
Well, the reason why they did it in that basement, if I recall correctly, was because it had all those computer monitors. Mm-hmm. So it had the ability to make it look like this big setup of he's planned this out so perfectly. The
owner's house, this is just, like, his entire house is one shrine of nerdiness. Mm-hmm. Like, all of this, he works from home for IBM, I believe, or some other large computer company, and that setup he has is just magnificent. And there's so many, like, vintage computers throughout his house. I think he has an Apple II on one of the shelves back there. So
love the spell book. Of course, I don't think the spell pages are in all of it, but the spell stuff that we do see there looks very impressive. It looks like an actual, like, you know, instructional book of spells.
Although the one thing I noticed at this shot is with Doug, right above him there's a ledge. And on that ledge, there was a sticker for Papa John's pizza delivery. And I kept laughing at that because, you know, they're in Chicago, and Chicago-style pizza is very famous. He's like, oh, you're buying Papa John's? Yeah, you can kind of see in the back corner there that I'm not sure if that's an Apple II, but again, it's a really old computer. And those CD racks.
I think I used to have one of those back in, like, elementary school.
Mm-hmm, me too. And right behind Rob there, those are full of discs and CDs of varying size and types. He actually had the floppy discs.
For, like, Commodore 64s?
Yep, the old school ones back there.
Good times. I still have some of those back in my parents' place.
I have a box of those I found cleaning out my parents' basement at one point. But
that wig looks so right on Rob.
I
don't know why.
And the character of Jaffers, you know, he is just so pathetic and so kind of lame.
So dorky.
Yeah, and when he pulls out the gun here, I think everybody's asking, "Oh, why is he missing all the time?" But
it's obvious.
Just that pathetic.
He's not good at this. I mean, again, what I said on the other commentary was the only reason we were fleeing is because we're afraid of the bullets ricocheting and hitting us. Otherwise, that guy can't aim for crap. I mean, when we finally all get out of there, he fires 3 times into the ground because he can't control it.
Yep. Yeah, and if you can look above Doug's head, you'll see some of those stickers up there for numbers. And
even at point blank range, I imagine even if he put it up against the head, it would somehow find a way to miss.
Yep. And you can tell that's a digital photo, by the way. That they
Well, we're limited by time and budget, so
whatever. Yeah.
None of us have an old style Polaroid camera that can just do the printing off thing.
Which would have been great. It's too bad CinemaStop didn't bring his, because in his 80s Dan video, he does have an old school Polaroid camera.
Ooh. Big, strong hands!
Oh my.
Oh, he's so into character, and it's so beautiful.
Yep.
I was building an RPG called Gauntlets of Razzmatazz.
I'm trying to think of what else was in this basement that I can recall off the top of my head, because there were certainly the large Lego sculptures.
There was some anime wall scrolls.
Yep.
I think a couple of other photos.
Like this guy, whoever, I forget what his name is, but he's a god amongst nerds. I mean, like, this is the paradigm, I think, for various types of nerdiness in this guy's house. Oh, there it is in the upper left. You can see the Papa John's thing. For some reason, again, it just stuck out.
Oh, that explains why they can do those things. Well, not really. How the hell did you guys get all those spell books and magic and crap? Did you get it off of eBay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe he got a dark book of the Necronomicon off of eBay, like that lady in Silent Hill.
Yep. Hey, you can find anything on eBay.
Yeah, I guess. Yep, and there's the chair.
I mean, I'm gonna have to someday explain where I get all my stuff from, and I'm gonna be able. I have the backstory planned out. I just need to actually say it. Have a good opportunity. We're internet reviewers. We are not the best people for this.
Yeah, and I think, like you said in the other one, Rob was doing all of his stuff solo. Everybody else was up in the kitchen, sitting in chairs, fighting off sleep.
We were fine with that. It gave us a chance to rest, and we were pretty much done for the day after this stuff.
It would have been nice if all of us had like a change of clothes or something for you guys, so that you could, get out of costume. Because bear in mind, Lindsay still was wearing that wedding dress, and I think during one of the days she actually got slightly sick from just wearing it for so long, because it was so,
uncomfortable.
Yeah, restricting on her.
Guess someone's gonna have to kill you. Still a gun there. It hasn't been fired in 30 years, but it still functions.
Yeah, and that magazine, by the way, is way too small for an actual handgun magazine.
I got the safety off here.
He doesn't actually, until in the next shot, I think he finally pulls it back. There you go, because it won't fire otherwise.
Again, even at point blank range, he could totally put up Doug's head, and somehow the bullet would fire out the back.
Pew pew pew.
There are too many of us.
The map.
I mean, look at him. He can't aim. We're fine. I think they say that you can see the cameraman in the
reflection.
But I didn't see it there. Yeah, I was in a book for 30 years. Awesome. Oh yes. And this is the other thing because I think I loved about this because oh my God, Film Brain.
Oh God.
Matthew, you are too good at this.
Yeah, we've got our badass walk there, and we just turn around, and he's stumbling
around there. Still has the wand.
And it's inside out, and he's just so pathetic.
We seriously recruited this guy. Can somebody carry me?
Yeah, when they... You can see through the mask a little bit when he's sighing. It's just like the mask doesn't even fit right on him. You can still see his tie there. And
It's like the Nazgul having to carry around like just like the rejected recruit.
yeah, look, a butterfly. And again, this is all him ad-libbing. We were like, "What's your favorite tree?" I think is what we wanted to ask him, but he couldn't think of anything. He was just going for it. If you see when we're running away here, I initially. I kind of had this. I'm in the forest back there. I was trying to channel the. If you lose in Team Fortress 2 and you're a pyro and you're running around, kind of avoiding people killing you, that was kind of what I was trying to channel there. Of just me, my hands up in the air, kind of the knees up,
kind of sneak away.
Yeah, and.
Wait up, you guys!
And then that's me in the back seat punching like, go, go, go! God,
cars!
we're such dicks.
Why were we walking?
Yeah, we did that in 2 takes, actually, and I think the first one didn't work out so well because we were stuck kind of like signaling to go into traffic. Just him pawing at Margirl's arm.
Of course, it's taking Mars Girl all her control not to just burst out laughing.
I think at this point Yep, see, she's laughing.
She's wincing. That's what she's doing.
I think we finished filming the cloak parts at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and that was the last day of filming as the individual groups. And literally, I was done at that point. I was just so exhausted because I was there every single day doing, at least with the different groups, they filmed on every other day.
And doing production assistant work.
And just, but for me, I was there every single day, and when I was not in costume, I was helping get food, clean up, and, carry things, so...
And they were very appreciative of your
I think after that, I just went home, or went back to the hotel and slept until, 8 or 9 o'clock. I was just too tired to continue on at that pace, but...
They have power over the phenomenally weak-minded.
And I do kind of like this character development where, he kind of lets go of the jerkiness he has towards the monk.
There's a character arc here.
Yeah.
They start out as enemies, and they end punching the last angry geek together.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, there was kind of a dark... Everybody was losing, and it kind of ends on a little happy note for them, and especially with this one. You're right, that it changed the tone a little bit, because I think Malachite's character is way too...
Dark and serious.
Dark, yeah.
I mean, he pulls a guy's heart out here.
Right, and he's blowing people up and all this other stuff, and it's kind of... It's so antithetical to what we normally do, so having any high note that we have ending...
Triumphantly.
Yes, I think is very important. And there in the back, you can see some more of the...
we have a Lego TIE Interceptor, I think is what it is.
And I think the Millennium Falcon was back there as well. But And if you notice, too, the laptops, they were all over the house. Just sitting on the wall like that. But they look good, I thought.
Like Malachite just said that, Glee!
Well, he's got us there.
Just ask me once, popcorn, man.
Although, in our defense against technology, his era also had fucking chuckles, the jesters. Oh, that would have been funny if we had gotten Noah to do his fucking chuckles.
Dude, that's my heart. I think it would have been funnier if even after Malachite walks away the second time, he'd be just like, not cool. Or another awesome.
I actually used that bathroom.
Covered in blood. And he's possessed by the shadows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that bathroom, I think all of us used at one point, but it's also in the basement.
Is that like a washer and dryer right there?
Yep, the washer and dryer is in the bathroom there.
Huh. Awesome, man. Okay, since I am not a video game person, this is like one of the few parts where I didn't laugh at all because I've never played Zelda, so I know nothing about what the hell Doug is talking about here with the chickens and crap.
Yep.
But everyone else seemed to like it, so I guess it was funny. Is this one of those kind of Dennis Miller, I have no idea what you're talking about kind of things? I'm just sick to death of it. And this one, It's Magic Bitch does work, because the earlier one was me doing the oft-repeated, it's magic, I don't have to explain it, and because, I'm repeating it's magic again, and because I'm frustrated with the critic, I can say, it's magic, bitch. I think my hair finally stabilized by that point, too. Because here's the thing with my hair, it tends to, go down into a central point if it's not, combed over to the side. By this point, it finally was combed properly, it was over to the side, it looked nice, and not just, kind of a weird thing that it sometimes does. There's like a dozen other chickens!
Oh, Doug.
Da-da-da-da! The realization. There's nothing we can do. Dun-dun-dun! And greedy. Nostalgia Critic really is greedy, and I think some people were happy that he wasn't the villain in this one, which is good, because of course that kind of thing gets old fast, but people seem to forget, even Doug himself admits, the Nostalgia Critic is a villain.
Yeah.
He's not a nice person.
No, and I think that really kind of hammers home with every single crossover, is that he's a big jerk at the heart of it. And in Kick-Assia, he was not the villain so much as just a jerk. And that's what people were angry about. And he goes over the... But in real life, Doug is such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He really was concerned about are you alright? And again, after this day of filming, he was concerned that people were just getting tired out and didn't want to do it anymore. And it was the complete opposite.
Oh yeah, we still want to do this. I love this mask. It doesn't belong to Suede, it belongs to one of Doug's friends.
Yeah, no, it's a great mask.
It's an awesome mask. I would love to have something like that for a character.
I think, too, Suede and his wife were there pretty much the entire day, and they were just waiting around for for this final part, and that was the last thing I think we filmed outside.
And the very clever touch is that his new outfit, it's made of suede components. It has a suede vest, a suede tie.
Yep, and the suede gloves and everything.
I'm an obstacle. It's the first person the critic's really, really nice to, because holy crap, it's Suede!
Yeah.
And half the people don't know who the hell he is.
Yeah, his was the only real sword. I mean, there was definitely a much bigger attention to safety in this shoot, because we were carrying around so many swords, we were carrying around so many potentially dangerous weapons, and, accidents do happen, but I think it also helps it that everybody's holding a plastic sword, so it just kind of belies the cheapness that we all are.
It helps once again bring up the fact that this is a farce. It is it's supposed to be a comedy spoof.
Right. And
even with its serious bits, and we will continue with that more in the next part.